What did he say?
So Romans 7:6.
This is Paul?
Yes, I believe so. We can go through. We've got like 4 different passages in here.
Yeah, let's see.
Romans 7:6. But now we have been released from the law, having died to that by which we are bound, the uncleanliness, so that we serve in newness of the Spirit and not in oldness of the letter, the old Mosaic law. Colossians 2:16. Therefore, do not let anyone judge you by what you eat or drink, or with regard to a religious festival, a new moon celebration, or a Sabbath day.
Okay.
Matthew. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. So here's Jesus directly. And when we pulled this up in our prep, Mitch, you said, wow, Matthew 15 is real deep, right? So maybe we need to explore this whole one later. But I mean, here he says it, nothing outside a man can make him unclean by going into him. So nothing you eat or drink is what he's saying. Rather, it is what comes out of a man that makes him unclean. And he's talking about your words and your actions, essentially, right?
Yes.
Am I correct in that?
You are.
Yeah, what comes from his heart, basically.
He said anything that goes in you is going to come out, and then it's gone, which it's right, you know. And then 1 Corinthians, this is Paul again. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You are bought at a price, therefore honor God with your body. And I think this is related but slightly off topic, but this is very relevant to, I mean, honor your body. Don't eat Hostess cupcakes like you were saying, you know,
right,
all the time. Eat good food and exercise and, you know, all that. So
yeah, it's not like we're going to be shunned from God for eating pork or for eating, you know, a donut, but we need to have reverence for the gift of life that we've been given and, you know, use all the information and access to knowledge that we have to make informed decisions that we know are honoring what we've been given.
I also think there's, and I will say this, a lot of people will probably disagree with me on this. I'm not worried about that, but
let them know in the comments.
Yeah, comment your thoughts on this. I think that you could say the same thing about media consumption. Or,
for sure.
Just kind of any outside force. But I think that God gives individuals certain amounts of certain things that they can handle. Like, I know people who can't watch horror movies because it messes with them mentally to a point where it's unhealthy for their relationship with God.
Yeah.
I can watch horror movies all day long. I don't care.
And you see it as a way, like a form of entertainment.
Yeah, it's just I'm having fun. I'm enjoying something that God has given somebody the ability to create, right? Like, I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's other people who, like, you could talk about substance abuse, like alcohol or weed.
Mm-hmm.
In moderation, alcohol is not necessarily a bad thing. And
some people say it's good for you in moderation.
I know. And it's like...
particularly red wine.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that I think that there's a personal relationship where you have to find that balance within yourself with God, not just do what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think that, like, there was a time around this time where I stopped eating pork, like, where I grew up in the church. I was always around it, but it was like when I first, like, really, I would say really was, like, knowing God and was, like, a deeper relationship than just going to Sunday school or listening to the music or whatever. And there was probably a good year and a half where I didn't watch horror movies. I watched, like, no negative content media at all.
It's
music, like TV shows, nothing.
And that's a good thing, right? Like, it's not a bad thing.
Did you see a big difference in your cognitive function at all?
I think yes, because I was combining it with, like, that's when I did 75 hard for the first time.
Right.
Like, I barely ate junk food at all. Like, my mind was very clear. And now, like, I still don't watch that stuff a lot, but I'm kind of with you. Like, I'll watch a horror movie, for example, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, it was, I don't like the real, like, I don't like demon ones. Like, ones where people get possessed and, like, that kind of stuff. I don't like that stuff. Slashers, you know.
I find the demon possession stuff more interesting because I like looking at people's perspectives on that. versus what I think demon possession really looks like. This is a whole other conversation.
Yeah,
but
we should do an
Yeah.
episode on this. That'd be fun.
I think that it's really cool to. I like seeing people's different artistic expressions in that way, just because I'm a creator. That's what I like. I do for a
Yeah.
living, and I like seeing that. But also, I feel like I can't personally. I hate watching like serial killer stuff because mentally it messes with me, and I'm on edge all the time after I watch that stuff, like slashers and stuff, dude. I
Yeah.
hate it. I hate
you're
looking
like,
at
oh,
it.
this could actually
I'm just like,
happen?
oh, this really has happened, and people are going to try to murder me.
yeah.
Like, so I don't really watch those as much.
For the